Here we are today. I got one day this week to do this in, and going to try to tackle Triple Divide Pass. I think that'll be the 10th mountain pass I've done this summer, and we got like 3 days of 80-degree weather before it starts cooling off again. So I thought I'd come out and check out the fall colors that are just starting to pop. And it's a nice calm day. I think it might be a good day to climb this pass, so I'll take some video and some pictures along the way. Well, this is the Cutbank Creek, and this trail is known as the Cutbank Creek Trail. I couldn't get my phone out in time, but it was cool. A big bald eagle jumped off of that tree right there and then just flew off along the riverbed there. That's pretty cool. So you see it's a gorgeous day. And we got two mountains here that have some fun names. One's not Rising Wolf. One's Mad Wolf, the other one's Bad Marriage Mountain. And I always get a kick out of that. But this is a good trail to do like in the early part of the season, because usually it's pretty accessible. Now you gotta go a little ways on a dirt road, but the road is actually in better shape, I think, than the Mini Glacier Road, to be honest. And so you just drive in from where Star School merges or has a T-junction with Highway 89. And you just keep going until you reach the park entrance on that dirt road, and it's only a couple miles, I think, from that park entrance. You'll find a little parking lot. It can be full because it's this is popular with backpackers that'll leave their car here for a few days. So, you know, you might have to get creative with your parking, but it's a pretty nice trail. I've never hiked it this late in the year, but I know there's a lot of aspens along this route, and so I wanted to see the fall colors. By the way, if my voice sounds funny, it's because the top of my face is numb, because I was at the dentist earlier today. And I discovered something about those CamelBak water hydration systems. You cannot suck if the top of your face is numb. So it's interesting trying to drink through that thing right now. We'll take some more video along the way. Hope you enjoy the visuals. It's actually a gorgeous day, and I expect we're gonna get some great sights from the top of the pass. It's nice clear skies today. I have found some ptarmigans on the trail. I think these are ptarmigans. Go on, guys. They can be kind of feisty when their nest is nearby. I've actually had them try to peck me and chase me around. Come on, guys. Go on. Go on. There you go. They're kind of cool. Almost to another river crossing where we should see some pretty colors. So I'll shoot some video once we get there. So this area is usually streaming with water. Like if you come up here in June or July, you'll have to use the bridge to get through this area, because there's usually more than one water course running through here. But the fall colors did not disappoint at all. It's really quite pretty in here. Let me just kind of pan around behind me so you can see. Really pretty. I think one of these mountains is Mount James. I think it's that one there, but I'm not positive of that. But we're almost to where we got to start climbing up to the Atlantic Creek campground, and then from there the trail will divide. If you're just going to go to Medicine Grizzly Lake, that's a good hike. It's about 6 miles in and 6 out. It's a good hike. It's in a valley, so there's not a whole lot of climbing. There is some, uphill portions, and you'll go up and down a couple shoulders of these mountains, but nothing extreme at all. For the most part, you're following either Cutbank Creek or Atlantic Creek, and definitely recommend this one. It's usually not widely traversed. I've run into exactly 3 people this whole time, so it's, if you see a lot of cars in the parking lot, most of these guys are backcountry campers, and they you're probably not going to run into a crowd of people on this trail. And it's definitely a scenic one for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it into high gear while we're down here in the valley, because I got a fair amount of climbing in front of me, and it'll be a little bit slower going. I've reached The fork in the trail. Always nice to run across these and get you a ballpark figure of how far it's going to be to your next stop. If you're going to hike to Two Medicine, this is a great place. You know, if you got dropped off, you could hike up to the Two Medicine campgrounds, another 14 miles. Talking like close to 6 miles to get to Pittamakan Pass from here. And so this is a nice little trail network to get on. Ran into a couple other backpackers, but my destination here, as much as I'd like to try the St. Mary Trailhead, I don't think I'm going to make that this year. Boy, I'll have to try that one next year. But we're going to head up to Triple Divide Pass and take a look around up there. I want to see how challenging that is, because I think that's the major obstacle between here and St. Mary Trailhead. So we're going to go ahead and try that. From here, the trail begins to go upward. So we'll take some shots along the way maybe, but mostly I want to wait until we get up out of the tree line and I'll shoot some more video. Well, I've reached the last junction now. Medicine Grizzly Lake is actually not that far down that trail, but now we are going to go ahead and head up to the pass here. Triple Divide Pass says 2.6 miles. So let's go explore some territory I've never hiked before. I've never actually turned right at this junction, and I've always wondered what this part would be like. I mean, I can see it from the valley below, but got a feeling this is going to be a really pretty day. Look at those fall colors. That's something else. One of the other reasons I opted not to do the lake, at least for now, is in the earlier part of summer, there's lots of waterfalls going into it, and it's really scenic then. Not that it wouldn't be now, but I figured like now is really the better time to try going up the pass, because for one thing, the wind's not ripping through here, and that's a rarity enough. So might as well take advantage of it. So Medicine Grizzly Lake is in that basin there. And I'm sure we'll be able to see it from above. But that's Triple Divide Peak there, that odd-shaped mountain peak there. And that is where we're heading. And again, I believe this is Mount James here. It might be Amphitheater Mountain. I get them mixed up. Not exactly sure. But some good-sized peaks in this particular valley. Well, I'm up above the lake there. You can see Medicine Grizzly Lake down it's a beautiful lake down there below us. And, I've hiked that one several times now. You can see the trail down in the valley there, just runs straight through that valley. Right before you hit the lake, there's a nice big open area in June and July. It's full of wildflowers. Right now, the fall colors along this slope are absolutely stunning. It's really remarkable. Good climb, I think. Maybe a third to a half of the way. And wind's picking up a little bit. I'm kind of grateful for it because it's surprisingly warm for this time of the year. It's supposed to hit near 80 today in town, and where there's no breeze, it's pretty warm. So there's a few areas here I pick up a nice breeze and it feels really good. All the runoff's done, so the only water I got is what I can carry with me. So I do have to be mindful of that. Well, I passed the other side of Medicine Grizzly Lake. Not quite to the summit, but I'm getting close. It's this one's challenging. Part of it might just because it's Monday and I had a long physical day yesterday. But it's challenging, I'll tell you that. It's pretty relentlessly uphill from that junction The junction that takes you one half sends you to the lake, the other half sends you this way. It hasn't really mellowed out since that point. So there we are. Absolutely gorgeous views. Oh, that's a beautiful spot. It's pretty steep here. Almost to the top. What a gorgeous view though. Well, we're arriving now at the summit. This is my first ever view of this ridgeline. Triple divide. Why is it called that? Well, the runoff from this mountain goes in three directions. One face of it sends water to the Arctic Ocean through the Saskatchewan River. Another one, well, the one we were walking by, it flows from Medicine Grizzly Lake. That's called Atlantic Creek because it ultimately ends up in the Gulf of Mexico and then the Atlantic. And then up here we got, on the other side of this, the creeks and runoff will go into the Columbia River and end up over in the Pacific. I can't believe it. Not a ripping wind up here. It's just a nice calm breeze, actually a nice cool breeze. Flies are kind of bad though up here. Well, there we are. There's still ice down in that little lake down there. Wow. So if I continue on this trail, you end up over at the St. Mary Lake. But quite a hike up here, folks, let me tell you. So I'm gonna sit, have a sandwich, and then I gotta head back. But I'm just gonna enjoy this view for a while. It's a beautiful day. The temperature is just about perfect up here. There you go. Just about ready to head down, and I realized that I was sitting here. I realized there's another lake up here. That lake there flows down into Medicine Grizzly Lake. So that's pretty cool. I need to check what the altitude is at the base, but it's almost exactly 7,400 feet where I'm standing here. So it was a substantial climb because I think maybe 4,600 feet, 4,500, something like that is base. So could be looking at 3,000 feet of altitude gain on this one. So in terms of strenuous, this was, it wasn't as hard as doing Gunsight and Lincoln back to back. But I would say this one is it's definitely a challenge. It's not super hard. Part of the thing is, I think for me, is I slow down and it takes me longer when it's hot. And today, believe it or not, it's pretty warm. I mean, there's a few areas where there's not much of a breeze, or the breeze was at my back, so I really wasn't feeling it. And the heat just radiating off the rocks was just making it really slow going for me. But turned around now, I gotta head down. I don't have a lot of time today, so I gotta bust it out of here. So I might shoot a couple videos on the way down. We'll see. But yeah, Triple Divide Pass. Pretty scenic, beautiful fall colors, almost perfect temperatures today. Well, I'm back to where the ptarmigans were, and here's another covey of 3 of them. I'm just gonna try to move by them. They're just really strange birds. Sometimes they act really dumb. And other times they can be aggressive. It's weird. There they go. I've seen them on the road where they don't move. You think they'll let you straddle them. They don't even try to get out of the way. Saw some other ones earlier too. They were I didn't shoot any video, take pictures, but they were flying off the trail. So it's that time of the year for them. Well, I'm back down to the base level of the valley. Maybe half an hour, 45 minutes from the end of the trail. And so this has been a good one. Ran into a total of 8. I saw a total of 8 people all day long on this trail. So it's a pretty sparsely, trafficked trail. Of course, it is late in the season, but there's still quite a lot of people hiking in the park still, because the weather's been so fair. It's actually fairly warm down here. As I said, up at the top, it was like perfect. The climb, there's sections of the climb where it was, sweating buckets. But this is a nice trail and definitely recommend it. I'm Joel Toppin. I hope you enjoyed this virtual hike.